just two players left to take. Here's Vision FC's Curtis Herbert. That just about went in. I thought he might have missed the way the ball bounced back out. Brian Lee. He's one of the only players that has taken penalties alongside Agus Pepac every single week here. Well, maybe FC RTW won't be using Agus next week. Back to Ethan OK now for Treble FC. Great save. Players are starting to fall out now.
Keep this confidence building.
That's half the team's already gone. Tyler Winters, he's through to the next round. Remember, last player standing picks up an extra point on the board for their team. Could be so big when we look back in 12 weeks' time.
It's a great finish.
It's a confident finish, isn't it?
Very confident.
Camilo Restrepo. Will he give us a famous ball roll to the left? Yes, he will. Politely put it in the goal there. MDP United, one of the other unbeaten teams here, happy to take an extra point. Curtis Herbert to conclude round 3. Now Brian Lee.
The quality is high.
I can't tell you how much. I was about to say how much N5 would need a point here, but they're not going to be getting a point.
I can't complain about that, to be fair.
Tyler Winters, he goes through again. 5 teams left. Rafael Garcia. Every time he's just taking a direct shot.
Same again.
I wonder what's going to happen here, Chloe. Ball roll to the left? No. Finds the left corner.
Keep him guessing.
Ross he goes through again. Still 5 teams left. Will there be 5 heading into the next wave? Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing across the season what's the record of rounds we go through here, because it.
What's the most so far?
Easily we can hit double figures. Rafael Garcia. Is it going to go in? No, he's out. Great recovery there from Jordan Perrin. You can just see Angry Ginge behind the goal there. He's got the perfect view.
Hands on the hips as well.
That's a bit too confident. Ross Durham.
He's sat him down every time.
You're Jordan Perrin right now, you're just feeling so frustrated, aren't you? Curtis Herbert. He goes through. If United were to win this, top of the table, not with 9, but with 10 points, it's not going to happen. Tyler Winters out. United will not get the extra point this time. Will it be MVP United? Picking up a point and giving themselves a huge boost of confidence? No! But Vision FC have to score. If they don't, the round will go again. Curtis Herbert doesn't score here, the round would go again. Are Vision FC going to pick up the pressure point for a second week in a row? Yes, they are.
Nice.
It was Montel McKenzie last week, making sure it was 4 points for them. And this time round, they pick it up again. How important is that, Chloe? Looking in 11, 12 weeks' time, that could be a massive point.
Yeah, for sure. Picking up them points on the way are really important. I think towards the end of the season, you'll be grateful for them points. And Vision have done it 2 weeks in a row.
Absolutely. Chloe Kelly, thank you for joining me for the Pepsi Pressure Point. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you.
Off the back of that 5-5 draw. We're going to go and check in with Joe Tomlinson, who is with our Pepsi Pressure Point winner. Or no, we're not. I thought he was going to speak to Curtis Herbert. We're going to check in instead with Liv and the rest of the team in the studio after our Pepsi Pressure Point.
Right, Vision FC have won the second Pepsi Pressure Point in a row. So Toby, he's not here today. Maybe he's the bad... No, I'm joking. We love Toby, we love Toby. But they've won it for a second week in a row, so that's another point for them. Before they've even played, they've picked up a point. This Pepsi pressure point. How did you just watch the penalties? What did you make of them, Felix?
We need a
I'd
better
quite
keeper.
like to
Always
know.
ask me these questions.
We need a better keeper in net. I'll say it.
Okay.
I think we need a better
Okay.
keeper in net, man.
Yeah, you always ask me
easy.
questions where I can't answer nice.
Sorry,
Also,
okay, sorry.
I like the concept of it, right?
Yeah.
Because this is what we played on the street. Like,
Yeah.
hey, have a hero shootout kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everybody against everybody, right?
Yeah.
On a neutral goalkeeper, that's what we played. World Cup kind of thing. So I like it, but I don't want to disrespect the keeper now also. If I am in there, they score 6 hours long, right? So maybe we can improve a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Get me and go.
no,
don't.
no, we're not doing that. Felix, we have been treated to 3 absolutely brilliant games so far. And do you think that United against Santan one was the best, maybe in terms of the football that we saw? Because Tyler Winters was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Joe on commentary said he's been my player of the tournament, player of Baller League UK so far.
I mean, what you see there is confidence. They're confident with the ball, right?
Yeah.
So with other teams, they're getting nervous on the ball. And there, if you look at Santan, if you look at United, is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
They hold the ball and they're like, all right, press me now. I'm not scared of your pressing, right? And with other teams, they're getting pressed and it's like, oh, like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
And those teams, you see a huge confidence of like, if you want to press me, you're going to get embarrassed, right? So I think it was the best game. I think the second game might even have been game changer-wise also a little bit better.
United look like the team to beat so far. Angry Ginge is doing a brilliant job. Do you know what I find remarkable when I spoke about Tyler Winters? He was one of the players, you know, at the end of the draft night when Angry Ginge said, who wants to play for United? Tyler Winters was one of those players.
No way,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yes, that was him. That was him.
Yeah.
And that's why I've always supported him this whole trip, because of the fact that he wasn't mentally picked. He got picked on luck.
Yeah.
But he's actually proven himself as one of the best
100%.
players in the tournament, which I love. We love an underdog story.
No, and I mean, what I like right now, and you can see it here, game day 1, it was like a little bit weird energy, you know, and now it's like the place to be, like Monday night is Baller League, so yeah, what can I say? Get your tickets, ballerleague.com, no, .uk, man, I'm even saying the wrong.
Go to UK.
Get your tickets and be out here, and I think for 6 hours, what we want to do is democratize a little bit the game, right?
Yeah.
For 6 hours to pay £15, for the kids, it's accessible again, and my job is done. If kids can watch football again and be in person in the venue, I'm going to bed with my 2 kids happy, I have to say.
Well, as Felix says, ballerleague.co.uk is where you get your tickets. Make sure you come down to the Cockbox Arena every Monday night. I promise you, you will not regret it. You will be entertained. Now it's time. I'm very, very excited for this game. It's M7 up against Deadpool Trio. The 3 managers are finally together for the first time since draft night. Brandon, it's over to you.
Well, here we go, then. Game number 4 in Baller League Match Day 3. And yes, believe it or not, the 3 managers have come out tonight here to the Copper Box. Week 1, none of them were here. Week 2, Micah was running up and down the sidelines as Deadpool Trio picked up another 3 points. They're also unbeaten here in Baller League. But tonight, Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer and Michael Richards all are here in full force. And they will be in the dugout, hoping that Deadpool Trio could also remain unbeaten here tonight. But can they put the pressure on United? That is the all-important question. They take on M7 FC, Miniminter's side, who felt like they were robbed last week on the fast-forward game changer, which they challenged the referee. The referee said that the ball didn't go past the halfway line. And this is how the teams look tonight. Kicking off first and foremost with M7 FC. Number 7, Jesse Wallalasson features once again. And more importantly, Femi Akinwende misses out. Argan Young suffered an injury last week. They miss out. That it means they bring in 2 wildcard players. Number 13, Great Evans, and Zad Al-Hassani, number 15. On the opposite side for Deadpool Trio, no Jodin Lescott this time round. However, Zach Fagan, number 94, comes back in to the fray here. Marvin Sordell features once again. He has looked very, very impressive. A former player that's played in the Premier League actually has scored the fastest goal in Baller League history, just 19 seconds. And it kind of felt right that I brought a special co-commentator on again. We've got a little bit of a duo going on here. Me and Angry Ginge.
Hello, hello, hello.
We'll be guiding you through this matchup. Ginge.
Hello.
The people can see you. What do you want to say first and foremost? You're 9 points from 9 for a split second. I thought you were going to be on 10 points in that.
Yeah, we're very lucky not to get the bonus point there. Tyler Winters again showing why he's up front for us. Absolutely fantastic, clinical. He's special. He's definitely special. And the fact of he was one of our last picks. I said to who wanted it most, he wanted it most, and he's shown us why. Brilliant.
If you're in the number 99 shirt, you've got to back up, haven't you?
Yeah, you do, to be fair.
And he's done that.
At the minute he has, but we're only 3 weeks in, so we go again next week.
Your 2 wildcard players.
Special.
Sure, they've got to get a call again next week. They were so good.
How can you not? How can you not? I mean, I think the whole team as a whole, to be honest, was absolutely fantastic. No complaints from me personally. A few times we switched off, but, you know, I raised my voice a little bit, they listened, and then that's it, we saw the game out, and that's what matters.
At half-time, we were sitting there on commentary and thinking that you probably could have scored 5.
I'll be honest, I don't understand how on earth we have only scored 5 or 4 that game.
You hit the post
5 times.
in the first half.
Yep. No, in the total, we hit the post. It's an early goal for number 10. And it's 1-0. I think Simon's team needs to wake up quickly, or he's going to have some banter coming his way.
Hang on a second. Rafael Garcia has just broken the record that Depor Trio already set back in week 1. Marvin Sordell scored in 19 seconds. And I reckon that was about 12 or 13 seconds, maybe 14 seconds, that Rafael Garcia has just put Depor Trio 1 goal up in this game. I mean, what a start.
It's a fantastic start, and we said to Simon, don't bottle a 2-0 lead, so it took him 15 seconds not to do that, because he ain't even leading yet.
Well, he wasn't very happy last week, was he? He was 2-0 up. Ended up losing 3 goals to 2 to MVPs United. Did you see his decision, the fast forward decision? Do you think the ball went back past the halfway line?
I think if they would have VAR'd the right thing, it wouldn't have been overturned anyway. But I just think it's more the integrity of the game. I mean, I had one today. The ball went out where I was stood. He took it past the halfway line. They then got a corner from it, and they got a penalty later on in the game. I looked at the ref and I said, ref, how can you allow him to have a kick in slash throw in 6 yards from where it was? He looked at me and he said, it's Ballers League. I looked at him and I said, it's bullshit. Pardon my language, but I had to.
Apologies for any unsavoury language there. I mean, the ref did have a word with you at one point. He was not afraid to maybe pull out a card on you.
Yeah, he bottled it though, didn't he? He bottled it. That's the thing, that's what wins games, the fine margins.
I mean, you're in week 3. I think there's only so much you can continue to push his buttons.
Yeah, well, it's a new ref every week, hopefully, so they don't remember. I've not had Clattenburg yet, and I've heard he's quite soft, so I don't mind that. Just run out of play there.
I am hearing again, that goal was 14 seconds. Depor Trio. Marvin Sordell scored one at 19 seconds, and 14 seconds. Rafael Garcia will break that record. Yeah, apologies for any fruity language there for Angry Ginge. I think he, I mean, you know how the commentary setup works. It's a PG commentary booth over Ginge.
I know, my apologies. I've let my head go there. I'll tell you what, I have got adrenaline from that game, because that was a great game. I'm really happy we've won that.
Was it your favourite performance out of the 3 weeks, would you say, or?
No, I think the first week was definitely my favourite. 7 goals versus the Invincibles. I think it's just a fantastic performance overall. Oh, he's turned him nice. Took 2 of them out of the game. Oh, never a foul. Oh, he's give it.
I thinks he's been blocked there by Sam Fitzgerald. Well, he's actually doing the free kick the other way. Oh, no, he hasn't. Sorry, it is a free kick for Depor Trio.
Again, that's not where the free kick was from. There we go. Nice to see a ref actually making sure he's taken from where it's given. Simon's goalkeeper's a very good goalkeeper. It's got to be something special to beat him from there. And that was as far as I'm concerned.
Well, that's not for us. Olaeda watching on here alongside a Star-studded cast of VIPs that are here in the Copper Box Arena, which you can come and watch live every single week here in London. Sam Fitzgerald, can he find Stefanelli to the back post?
Oh, that's a great save from Scott. That's a fantastic save. I'll tell you something, I don't think there's been a game tonight without drama. I think it's been a really good night. And it's definitely the fullest I've seen the Copper Box. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic to see. People stood up, people proper going for it. And don't forget, you've still got Sharky's 50 fans he pays to turn up, so that'll be a good one. Shouting SDS, SDS until we go 4-0 down.
It's a clever cut back inside.
Off the post.
Hand there. We have got the chat open, Ginge, if you want to...
Oh, yeah, perfect.
...speak to anyone or ask them a question.
If anyone's got any questions, feel free. Get them in. I'm just switching chats. There we go. I have got...
I mean, the weird part is, Ginge, is that you're on this stream now, but you're actually live as well.
Yeah, it's mental. It's Angry Ginge 13 live on Twitch. Just in case anyone was wondering, twitch.tv/Angry Ginge. JSS. OK, let's stop that, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure, actually, Brandon. Do you know when Dave's turning up?
He's not here tonight, but...
It's interesting, that, though, isn't it? The biggest game of his season, he doesn't turn up. It kind of shows where his mentality is. Or maybe...
He's still got 8 more.
He has still got 8 more. And we got 3 more. 3 more points. That's all that matters as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, so far, so good for you. You're looking at the table. You're not going to give me a nice answer. He's going to give me... I can only guess the answer.
No, I'll give you a good answer.
Where do you see your challenge coming in this league?
Well, to be honest, I'm not going to sit here and say we've had easy games because
no, of course not.
I think the first one, all right, fair enough, the Invincibles, let's write them off now as far as I'm concerned. They're the Southampton, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? We'll class that as a relegation now. I think Santan tonight was a real test, but the boys overcome it. And that is optimistic.
Someone's just got themselves to free football.
And I think John Terry's lot last week were also a good test. Again, the game changes are where it comes in. I think we've been all right with the game changes at the minute, but just like as you saw with the game before us, game changes play a massive part, and that's why Ian Wright managed to get himself a point.
Marvin Sordell might try and get on the end of that. I mean, back to the point, I agree. I think Santan FC was no doubt your hardest challenge so far. They're also unbeaten coming in tonight. They missed a few key players, but you did as well. I mean, you had no Harry Kane, they had no Michael Hill.
True.
But your wild cards, and I'd say across the board, everyone played. Everyone just seemed really confident players. Like, I'd say every single player had a goal-scoring opportunity, like hit the post.
100%. I'm very happy. I can't slate anyone from today, but more than anything, we just got to keep focused.
The thing you've got on your side as well, here's Marvin Sordell. Right foot shot,
great save
from Toby Bull.
What a save from Bull. That is absolutely fantastic. He's not got poppadoms in them today. That's a brilliant save.
I don't know if you would have been at the game, Ginge, but Toby Bull actually featured on Graham Potter's bench when he was at Brighton of Albion away at Old Trafford. Toby Bull did, yeah. He didn't get on, but it was a time when Ronaldo was playing as well for Manchester United.
Do you know what the best thing is? I do remember that game because something very funny happened. I won't say it because there's foul language in there, so I'll wait till 9 o'clock. 23 minutes. But yeah, I do remember that game, actually. Do you know what? That might have been the player my mate spoke to.
Okay.
That's interesting. Now, I'll tell you the story off comms.
Toby Bull looking to...
Jesse Waller-Lassen takes it down well.
Jesse Waller-Lassen!
Oh, it's off the post.
It's off the post. That really would have been a special finish.
That is unlucky. I'm being told here by my chat to get on the pitch next week. I'm fighting for that rule to our manager to be able to play on the pitch. I must admit, I'm fighting for it. Whether it's just 1 week, we need to get it done.
We caught you off camera, actually, heading the ball back into play.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, we watched it on a replay.
I love to get myself involved. I'm all for it. If I can stick my head on it, I'll put my head on right on it. I love getting my head involved.
Well, there's no surprise there's been quite a few Fulham players here tonight. They've got a lot to smile about.
They do.
After that result yesterday. Emil Smith Rowe also in the building here at the Copper Box tonight.
Oh, it's Smith Rowe here?
Did you not just see him on camera?
No, I didn't. I wasn't looking at that one. Sorry, I was looking at the chat.
There he is, look.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Bless him. I actually did a video with him, and he said he was one of the best players he's ever actually laid eyes on.
You said that to him?
Nope, he said that to me, thank you.
Is there an exchange of funds between the two of you to say?
Yeah, there was a couple of brown envelopes.
M7. That was great from Sam Fitzgerald.
It's a great hold up. Needs to get tighter. He can't allow him to have that much space.
Ball just seemed like it was
offside. Clattenburg saw something we haven't there.
Towards him.
This game's slowly slowing down now, really finding its pace.
It was Leo Seri, sorry, wearing the number 11 shirt. Sam Fitzgerald stirs the hands of Tommy Scott. 9 minutes in, only one corner to report so far. That's brave from Toby Ball again. He's happy to get the ball in those tight areas. Well, Deportrio put the pressure on Eugenes. They are also on their way. If they hold out to this result, I'm sure it's not going to end 1-0. They'd be on 9 points as well, and it'd be a battle of goal difference between the two of you.
Well, like the great man who manages that team said, pressure. What pressure? Pressure's for tyres. What a save again from Scott. Both goalkeepers have been involved this early first half. That's why the goal's so... Well, sorry. That's why the scoreboard's so low. Oh, I don't mind that.
Defensive work coming in.
I don't mind that.
Jesse Wilalassam.
I think, if anything, we might need a bit more of that.
Game changer approaching in 2 minutes' time. Ginge, what's your favourite game changer?
Depends what the game is, really. I'll tell you what I do like. The one where you can't shoot before the halfway line, or after the halfway line, sorry. Corner.
You like one-on-one?
Yeah, one-on-one, I do like that, because it just screams goals.
I was thinking at the end of that last game, one-on-one would have been the game change that he didn't want, because for your opponent, 100%. If they're not really in the game, they can get back in.
It allows them to get in.
Fair play was the best real scenario.
That's what I said, yeah. We wanted fair play and we got fair play, so I don't mind that. Don't get me wrong, it's 50 quid out of my pocket, but at least we got it. I'm joking.
We've only got a minute left, but a few people in the chat say get Litterin as a wild card.
Littler as a wild card. Oh, it's just wide. If Littler wants to come down for a game and get in, if we're safe in the top 4 by the end of the season, I'll have a word with Luke and see if he can get in.
Would you get him in the team and bring him on, or you just have him on the side?
I'll leave that to Luke, really. But let's just say, if he falls and breaks his arm, I'm taking no responsibility. I think we'll take extra insurance out for that game.
Last chance before we go into our game changer.
Oh, they're making a substitution there.
What is happening here? Is Adam Dawson all right? He's just doing his laces. Substitution made. Alex Dyer comes on. It looks like Zach Fagan, who was brought back in today, missed out last week as Jodin Lesk got one of the wild cards, came in.
That's great pressure, great feet. Not
Chance
enough.
to break. Could be a 3-on-2. Adam Dawson.
Greedy. That's what that is, greedy. Someone give him his toe back out that ball as well. Keep the ball now. Make them lose it. That's what you want.
Here we go then.
Look, game changer time.
Time for a game changer.
Let's take this thing higher than you ever been, ever been. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places that never been. We go higher, non-stop. Take it to the top, even when the ball drops. My man, we go higher. It's time to go higher.
3-play will be the game changer. It's a 3v3. Each attacking phase can only last a maximum of 30 seconds. And the beauty of the free play as well is that in the attacking sense, the goalkeeper will normally just be subbed off and it will just be 3 outfield players. And it really is.
In terms of in the game, okay, this will be a little bit more switched on with transition. We've had 7 or 8 chances. Do you understand? So if we were a bit more clinical, he'd be the one 2-0 up, 2-1 up. Do you understand? But let's not win this game changer. 100%. Yes, you get the ready, you'll come off. Okay, so hands in. Yeah. Hey, Zion and Jay, move into the front. Hands up. 1, 2, 3.
Well, just midway through that game as well. That's Arjun Young. He was injured last week. He actually won the spin the wheel, which, if you don't know what that is, basically Minimin offers an incentive to his players if they win. When they spin a wheel, whether it lands on, got £1,000, I believe. That was Arjun Young. Unfortunately, he got injured last week.
That's a shame, isn't it?
I mean, you said you were giving your players a bottle of Head and Shoulders last week. What are they getting this week? I saw them go out for dinner last week, your team. I'm sure you didn't pay for that, did you?
No, absolutely not. Actually, to be honest, I hope they didn't, because I weren't invited. One thing I will just interject and say there, that MM7 or M, oh my goodness, it could be...
Stefan Ilic.
Got to hit it, they've got no goalkeeper.
Mampolo from distance! Depor trio!
Simon's fuming.
And all that work in a team talk that was coming in about, we've got to be quick, we've got to react. If we took our chances, we could have been 1 or 2-0 up.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Won't come to anything. And the reason why they did score from that chance is because, look, you can see the overload. When you're in the attacking sense of a three-play, there's no point in using a goalkeeper. Just a quick of your viewers there, Jin, saying about Sammy Smodics. He's in the crowd tonight.
Yeah,
as a potential wild card.
And I'll tell you what, he will be in soon.
I mean,
the championship.
On when the... Careful. Depending on where... or when the Premier League season does finish, I think there could be a few extra weeks of Baller League where we'll have a few more weeks. There could be a world where a few of those Premier League players, well, there is relationships there, they could actually maybe feature.
I'd love him to feature. I'd absolutely love him to get him on, show him what it's like to play in an intense game. And, of course, get his first 3 points of the season. Nah, he's a good lad, Sammy. I absolutely do. But he is also injured at the minute, so we're going to have to be very careful on how we handle him. Also, are we going to get clearance from a Premier League club for him to come and play? You know what they're like, they're very strict. Slip it into the left-hand side now. What the... oh, goodness me. There's nothing more infuriating than watching absolutely terrible football and terrible choices, and that's what that was there.
Hey, look, we've still got 15 minutes left. They're at Polo.
Counter-attacks on. Can they return the favour? They need to hold this ball well. They can't lose it.
For a second, number 40 there.
Oh, they've both got a goalkeeper on. Interesting tactics there.
They haven't overloaded, have they? Maybe they just want to go into the halfway point knowing that they have got a 2-goal cushion behind them. Francis Gerrard.
Oh, he sent him.
And Pola. Can he squeeze it through the legs of Toby Ball? The idea was there. They're in no rush. They don't need to be. Dawson!
Oh, my goodness.
He's toe punted that as well.
That was not worth stretching my throat for my tonsillitis, but that was absolutely...
I'm sorry, you get that wrong, you ripped about 3 nails off.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh my goodness, what a goal that would have been. And M7 choosing to overload because they need goals. Got 15 seconds to try and find the back of the net.
Sam Fitzgerald queuing at the back post. Can he get a pass?
Switch it, has to switch it.
Sam Fitzgerald, can he make the most of this? Yes!
Back in it just before half-time, straight back in it. M7 will be buzzing about that one.
And that is the halfway point. It's an important goal back for M7 FC as we go into the half-time period. Depor trio. Well, look, the 3 managers are in town, and so far they're a good luck charm. Because so far, so good. They are looking to remain unbeaten here in Baller League UK Season 1. But they've got 15 minutes left to try and hold on. Let's see if they can do that after this.
Oh, well, M7 getting right back into it just at the end of that first half. But Depor trio... so far, so good for the 3 managers that have rocked up today. I mean, they'll be happy with what they saw, Chunks.
Good football, man. I really like Depor Trio, one of my favourite teams. So I expected this from them. I thought it was going to be more comfortable. So if I play to M7, they're hanging in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, you guys can vote for your Head and Shoulders MVP. There are plenty of players because there have been some brilliant performances today.
Nah, Don Perez deserves it, man.
Or Tyler Winters.
Tyler Winters, man.
All you have to do...
4 goals from Don Perez in a game changer to make it a draw.
All
to clinch the first point.
Is scan that QR code that was just on your screen whilst these two are arguing.
Guys, sorry.
So is it one each here? Is it 1 vote for Tyler Winters? You're only saying because he's your mate.
Not only he scored 4 goals and got their first point for Wembley Rangers.
And because it was so dramatic, it was a last-minute equaliser.
Sympathy votes. Tyler Winters is actually the best player.
I love Tyler. I genuinely love Tyler. I love his story. The underdog deserves it. He's one of my favourite players. But today I think Dom deserves it.
Yeah. Well, all you got to do is scan the QR code that was just on your screen to vote for your Head and Shoulders MVP. And whilst we're sat here in the studio, we're going to head over to Chunks' favourite team, SDS, because Jolie is with their goalkeeper, Big John.
I'm here with Big John, who quite literally, I mean, you are much taller than me.
Just a little bit. I'm like 5'8" to like 5'7", I'd say, yeah.
I think we'll need to get a tape measure out for that. But last week you went and you scored, right?
Yes.
Goalkeeper scoring. How did it feel when it hit the back of the net?
You know what? It felt well, just based off the fact that that was one of the reasons why I got picked on this team, because they believed I could score goals. But I was a little bit annoyed at myself. There was only one. I feel a little bit greedy. I thought that I probably could have made it 2 or 3, but I have to save the goals for other games, I guess.
And is scoring something you're really working on in training?
I mean, it's just something that I have. I mean, I used to play as a striker growing up, so you don't lose those type of things, hopefully. And it's just a new element that you have to add to the game, because it can help out the team like it did last week.
Nice, and obviously last week wasn't the result you hoped for. What did Sharky have to say after?
You know what? He wasn't angry or necessarily disappointed. He was sad, but at the same time he knew that it was like a duck that you had to kind of just get around. You know, we got the first loss, so now it means that that's out the way. We just need to focus on getting the points and hopefully be even more motivated on the pitch. So he's taking it way better than we thought, so fair play.
And you know how it feels now, and for sure you absolutely won't want that feeling again. So good luck tonight. I hope you save and score.
Thank you very much. Well, that's the plan. See you later.
We'll be seeing SDS in action a little bit later, but right now it is M7 against Depor Trio. Depor Trio leading 2-1 at half-time. Francis Gerald de Mampolo. He scored a hat-trick last week.
That's my favourite player right there.
I feel like everyone's your
Yeah,
favourite.
maybe they are, but I don't care. I'm being honest. I love Mampolo.
Brilliant,
I think
isn't
so far he's been one of the best players in the tournament as well. I really do.
You enjoyed him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Depor Trio play some lovely football, don't they? The way they transition through the thirds is a joy to watch at times. Michael Richards on the sideline, absolutely delighted.
Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing all those 3 managers on the touchline together. They are 2-1 up at half-time. What will the second half bring? It's coming to you right after this.
Well, we can't wait for our second half here. Myself, Brandon Swift and Angry Jim's guiding us through. He's currently top of the table, and he'll be hoping that Depor Trio don't win this game, because they'll be the team that are piling the pressure on you, depending on how many goals they score here as well, Jins. They could even take top spot tonight.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen at this minute in time, but you never know with the game changes. But you say that, I hope they don't win. I must admit, I hope they do win. Do you want to know why? Because it's boring at the top. Someone else has got to come and say hello every now and then, haven't they?
Well, it must be said that when you look at the teams such as M5, if they don't pick up a point tonight, there's already a 9-point gap between, you know, the top of the pack in the table towards the bottom. I know we've got 11 weeks of league play, but this early start, even if you were to have a couple of bad weeks,
exactly.
I don't want to hear me say that, I know, but you know, there could be that case, and you've got the buffer, so to speak, that you can remain up the top.
I must admit, oh, hang on, he's driving forward, he's dragged it wide. Oh, he's strong in the middle again. MS7 have started very, very strong. Jesse Wallace picks it up, subs into the right-hand side. Good hands from Scott. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
So I'll just sit back, Jins. You can do some play-by-play, mate.
Cheers. I don't know all the names, so that's why you need to come in, mate.
Did quite well there.
Thank you.
How are you feeling anyway? How'd you run too well yesterday?
No, I'm still not very well, mate.
I don't know why I invited you up here then.
I don't know. I wasn't originally going to do commentary, but I thought, no, Brandon loves me, so I'll go and say hello.
I think we can keep this streak up. Hello, Jelly was. Jesse, what a
great save! Great save.
For a second there, Toy Scott was going to get there for a second save. Just like that. M7 FC.
That's unbelievable. That's it. Well, does the goalkeeper do better there? I'd have to watch it again. I'm not sure. He kind of palms it into danger zone, and that's why Jesse Wallace was signed from M7. He was on my list. Simon got there first.
I don't know who Jelly Wallace was. That came out of my mouth a second ago.
Jesse.
Jesse finds himself a deserved goal after he hit the post from that crazy effort in the first half.
Good defending. Simon, what's he got there?
Give us some teasers then, Gins. Wild cards. I know everything's going well so far, but surely...
Oh, it's off the post.
There must be a few conversations happening.
Brandon, I keep my cards.
I know you don't want to give anything away. Can you give us a hint?
I'll give you a hint.
Football club, what they've done, maybe the next pro.
Yeah.
Are they?
I'll give you a hint. They've not lost at Ballers League, and as far as I'm concerned, until they actually lose, I don't think you can get rid of the wild cards.
George, more impressive. Your wild card, Maral Vilhete, played against Bath City at the weekend. He played 90 minutes, he lost 5-0.
Yeah.
And he's come in tonight. Didn't look like he's played 90 minutes.
It's all in the recovery. We make sure our players are fully recovered for the game on Monday. We book them a spa day out so they can get the ice bath.
Recovered by that, you don't speak to them for 6 days, then you see them on Monday.
That's exactly the one. No, I'm active in the group chat.
No, at least you're leaving them to it, right? They can relax.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, all I'm saying, does Jeff Bezos pack the packages at Amazon? No, he doesn't. He has a hands-off approach. Is Ancelotti slipping his boots on every training session? No, he isn't.
He might be.
I spoke to him. He isn't. He tweeted me after the game.
A word on Samuel Cox. Coach
fantastic.
With you.
Yeah. I absolutely love him. He's fantastic.
He's loving what is going on there with United. It's clear to see there is a real team cohesion between you all.
100%. 100%. The thing is with Sam Cox, obviously we got sent a short list of coaches. Who do you want? We obviously, I personally never met them or anything like that. I went through their Instagrams. Who brings the best vibe? That's how I chose it, and I can't say it's not working. He's an absolute credit to having. You know, people would say, you know, Ginger's team are unbeaten. It's definitely not my team. It's our team, and he does a lot of work behind the scenes that he doesn't get credit for. So yeah, fair play to Coxer.
Yeah, one thing he does, he pays for the team meals out, I believe.
Yeah, it coming out of my pocket.
I hope he sends you the invoice.
I'll tell you something. I've heard of what the players are getting per game. I think they can pay for their own meal.
It's worth saying that. I mean, Zaha there getting his first couple of touches on the ball. Once upon a time was playing for Queen's Park Rangers under 21s. Stefan Illich seems like the main player in this team, alongside Jesse Waller-Latson. In case you missed it, just scored that second goal to equalise the game. Here he is now, Stefan Illich, the two of them linking up.
He's gone for the legs, but he's lost out. It's a counter-attack option on. He's managed to slide it through to number 17. Depot trio have made it 3-2 versus M7FC. I'd say great finish, but I think you've got to question the goalkeeping there. He's left his near post wide open. For a minute, I thought it was Bonnie Blue.
Depot trio. 3-2 they lead. And it was the duo of Rafael Garcia and Marvin Sordell linking up. The two players that have scored the quickest goals here in Baller League. 19 seconds for Marvin Sordell. Wait a second, there's 2 balls on the pitch. And earlier today, Rafael Garcia scored a goal in 14 minutes.
Are 1 corner kick away from a penalty kick.
I think M7 are going to really need to play for that corner. They're going to need that penalty. But one thing I've noticed straight away tonight, there's a lot of penalty takers that are being far too hesitant. They're not making the decision before they're taking it. They're running to the goalkeeper and then they're just trying to make it up when they get there.
We could just see in that far corner now where the ball is, where Marvin Sordell's got the ball. There is a players' warm-up area just through there. You can see the players warming up now. SDSFC, a few of their players there. Big John.
I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of. Players getting the haircuts before games.
Well, it seems like the in thing at the moment here.
It does. But have you saw any of my players getting haircuts?
PK Humble probably did.
He didn't, because he was starting on the bench today, because he was in New York last week. He's learnt his lesson.
Oh, what a top, Sam Fitzgerald. Oh, what a run, Sam Fitzgerald. Just keep going. He wants to score, surely. Oh, it's one of those, wasn't it?
He had to go for it, but at least try and shoot.
I thought he was on for a game breaker.
Oh my God, dink him.
No, with a cheeky little chip.
That would have been a violation.
Hey, quick attack it. So the ball finds Stefan Illich. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. That's beautiful.
That is incredible from Stefan Illich.
I must say, I watched watched his pre-match interview in the Barber room, and he was talking a lot. And he's backed it up with that goal. What a finish.
What a game, 3-3. M7 still are just one corner away from that penalty. What I wanted to ask you was about Peake Allenbull. He wasn't here last week. What words or conversations were said between the two of you when he rocked up today at the Copper Box?
I think it comes down to my management, what was said. I didn't actually mention it before the game, because I thought there's no need to, but I'll bring it up after the game. He made up for it on the pitch. He scored a beautiful goal, got us ahead, got us some breathing space. I just said
on the celebration.
I didn't see it. Was it the same as the first week? Yes. But listen, once I have a look at that back, I'll have a word with him again. It's a great save from Scott.
That's nearly just trickled into the back of the net again.
We love a trickle.
Angle.
We love a trickle.
That is Zaid out. Hassani, one of the wildcard players, wearing the number 15. Currently plays for Whittam Town.
If you don't mind me asking, which team was it who ended up winning the bonus point?
Where were you at that point? Was you celebrating?
No, I was watching Tyler Winters, and then he missed, and then he said, right, we need you on comms.
It was Vision FC, the one for a second week in a row.
Oh, Toby's team.
Toby's team.
Yeah, they could
oh my days, they are loving that angle for that shot, that right bottom corner.
I don't mind Toby getting it. Probably the only point he'll be leaving with today.
Hey, he picked up 4 points last week, Toby Gisel. He's picked up another bonus point today. That'll put him on 5 before a ball's been kicked. He's playing in the last game today, and he's playing against M5.
To be fair, if he wins today, he's only a point behind us. That bonus point, he's really starting to play a point, and we're only 3 weeks in. Oh, beautiful. He's offside. Oh, he's won it back, though. This number 11 for M7 has done a really, really good shift today.
Sam Fitzgerald wearing that number 11 shirt. Scored the goal that started to bring them back into this game just before half-time.
That could have gone severely wrong.
That really could have, from Tommy Scott. What a turn. Can he get the shots?
Again, going for that bottom right, but he can't find it.
3 or 4 of those have just been inches away from that right bottom corner of Tommy Scott's goal. From what was a really dominant display in the first 15 minutes of Depot Trio, they have been pinned in. In the second half here, referee.
I don't mind that, I'm going to be honest with you, Brandon. I don't mind that at all.
Alex Dyer was a little nudge.
Yeah, that's football. If we start booking players for a bit of afters, the game's gone. Going for long ball on the 6-a-side. Never the tactic I've never given out.
1 minute away from a game changer. Will we see a corner? A third corner for M7.
1 minute until
Gene Bellahoo out there.
changer in the second half. 1 minute to go, London.
Just bundling. And Polo off the ball. They wanted a free kick. Referee said nothing wrong with that.
Yes, it's...
I wonder how these three have been enjoying it out there. Luca Richards, Alan Shearer, Gary Lineker, all in the house here, all in the dugout. 30 seconds away, Gins. What what game changer do you think we're going to see?
To be honest,
I'd love to see a one-on-one.
Yeah, I'd love to see a one-on-one, especially when it's 3-3. It means you've got to have someone who's really, really good at striking that. But oh, he's playing it here. Yeah, he's playing it. We get it. It's on Sky. You want to be on camera, but come on, mate. He's all right now.
Didn't quite see that.
He's pulled his shirt. He's holding his mouth. Do you know what I mean? Which one is it, Brandon?
It looked like he grabbed his shoulder.
Bless him. I hope he's all right in the morning. Grub up. 15 seconds tactically, I'd want to keep the ball so you've got possession for the game changer, which I think is what M7 are doing. 8 seconds. If I was De Petrillo, I'd be pressing them, try and make them send that long ball.
3 seconds away. In game 4, it's time for another game changer.
Higher than you ever been. Stand tall like Everest. I mean higher. You ain't gotta settle in. Go places that never been. We go higher. No stop. Take it to the top even when the ball drops. My man, we go higher. It's time to go higher.
Fast forward comes into play. I mean, this is a nightmare, isn't it, for M7? This is where all went wrong from last week.
Let me tell you something. I do love a bit of controversy, and I'd love to see that happen again. I hope there's someone who shows that sat there in his little booth, and I hope he's laughing. Have that one again, Simon. Let's hear you moan this week.
Well, he has still got his ref challenge this time as well. Both managers do if they need to come in for him. Let's see if we can have a little listen in. You're unaware of what fast forward is. As soon as you pass the halfway line when you're in possession, you can't go back past the halfway line. The possession has to stay in the final third, or in your opponent's half. Last week it caused some controversy for M7. There was a moment in the game where they believed that their opponent's player of MVPs United went back inside his own half. It was VAR challenged, it wasn't overturned. And it was kind of the topic of the week for M7 FC. Rightly so, it was a really tight decision.
It was tight. But with the greatest of respect, I think Stevie Wonder could have got the right decision. The full ball was not over the line. Therefore, the goal would have stood anyway.
Right, here we go then. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go then.
I think in these final 3 minutes, we're really going to see what team wants to go for it, what teams want to get all three, or M7 or De Petrillo happy with a point each. Ooh, it's a corner. That. Oh, he's got a VAR that. He should have VAR'd it. That definitely went out for a penalty. They've got away with that one. I'm looking at Simon now, he's debating it. He's debating it.
Well, can he?
Too late now, in my opinion.
Surely he's too late.
Yeah, it's definitely too late now.
Toby Ball lost that one forward.
He's actually sent one of the players over to that far corner to ask someone who's in the crowd.
I mean, that's one way to do a bit of research.
It's a corner for De Petrillo. That's one more each, and then either team will get a penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty to win the game, Ginge.
I think Simon might regret not throwing it in there, especially if he doesn't get to use it. It's a great ball. Hold it, falls a corner. That's a foul. That's a foul.
Well, this time the player's holding his head, did it?
No, there'll be nothing wrong with his head. But then again, he's from Manchester, so they probably will be. Let's have a look.
Jean Bellahuham.
Yeah, he's hit his head on the floor.
He has been bundled to the ground there.
But he's a tough cookie. I think he'll stay on.
Cheers, Jeff.
Not sure who's passing to there. I think my dad's made an appearance again.
A minute 30 away from one of these two teams. Surely we're not in for our third draw of the night. Adam Dawson, brave there. Adam Dawson still. Finds Goodrich.
Oh, has that gone out for a corner? I think it's gone out for a throw-in.
Gets to the point you're a minute away. Have a shot. You have to take a risk, or do you try and play for the perfect chance, Ginge?
I mean, you've just got to test him. It can't go on like this. It can. 35 seconds left.
Marvin
Neither...
Sordell!
Oh, no! No, that is not good for United. That is not good for M7.
Marvin Sordell grabs a brace in Baller League. He's one of the few players that actually wears plastic studs out here.
I'm not happy with that. They need to try and force a corner. It's press, if you're M7 now. Get that ball back. They've got 20 seconds.
Are they going to snatch it?
He needs to get his body in the way, Jesse. Don't be
15
silly.
seconds to get the ball down the other end of the pitch. Jesse Olalasson.
Oh, for the game killer. Get the ball.
8 seconds.
The clock's still going.
The clock's still going. They're not going to have time.
No. Just hit it up for a corner.
Game over. Depot Trio